Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another video on the Flow of Consciousness YouTube channel. And for today's video I wanted to take you all with me to the park because it's a very beautiful day here in Budapest, and I just called with a friend this morning who told me that the setting and the scenery can also really add to the vibe and the atmosphere of the video. It's an extra layer to the experience, especially for the watcher and also for the listeners on the podcast. The surrounding noises, they can create some kind of an atmosphere, I would say. And in today's video I want to talk about the difference between loneliness and being alone, because I believe that, at least for myself personally, I struggled tremendously with finding the difference. And being alone is actually a very rejuvenating thing for me as of late, because I can really reflect and think about the things that matter to me. I can really create the content that I want to create. And if I would be surrounded with a lot of people, I would feel more obligated to engage with them and be less focused on the creative process. Now, being lonely, you can feel lonely within a circle of people. You can be out with your friends and still feel very lonely without being actually alone, and the other way around, you can be alone without actually feeling lonely. And fairly recently I had a super meaningful experience where that became super clear for me when I was staying at a friend's place and I was very much suffering from a big loss, and I was crying, but my friend decided to stay there with me. And I literally told him that I feel so sad right now, but I don't feel lonely with it. I feel together with my sadness. I don't feel lonely with it. And it was such a profound experience to feel as if he was really there. And when I'm alone, I know that there is so many people that I can count on, that I can reach out to, and it's the same for you. When you're alone, that doesn't mean that you are lonely or that you have to be lonely. If you keep the people in mind that are important to you, if you can keep them in spirit, if you can hold them within your heart's space, then you will rarely feel lonely. And learning to be alone, I think, is a crucial skill to learn, because so many of us, we perpetually try to avoid being alone, because then we are alone with our thoughts, and it's scary to be alone with your thoughts. But it's actually not. Once you start to understand that, hey, I can also decide to be my own best friend, and sometimes we are our own worst enemies. I know that. I can confirm that from a first person perspective, because I had a lot of experience with that. But over the years, I'm starting to become my own friend more and more, and I think you can do the same thing. You can really nurture the relationship with yourself. And today I took the time to come here to the park alone by myself. I took my speaker. I have my speaker here somewhere. As you can see it here, I have my speaker here with me. I can listen to some music. I can read something and just be with myself, take myself out on a date, if you will. And I used to think it was such a cringy thing to do, like, oh, take yourself out on a date, how stupid is that? But it's really not, because if you enjoy your own company, then other people will do the same. That's the beautiful thing about it. If you learn to enjoy your own company, you will be enjoyable to be around with, right? Like, if you don't enjoy your own company, how can you expect other people to enjoy your own company? So by learning to be alone, spending time with yourself, nurturing the relationship you have with yourself, it can actually result in you feeling a lot less lonely, because of two reasons. first of all, you feel less lonely with yourself. And second of all, people will want to hang out with you more because you're just pleasant to be around with. So it's a win-win situation. So maybe it's time for you today to take out a moment and take yourself out on a date. Go somewhere that you enjoy being. Maybe it's a library, maybe it's a park, maybe it's your own living room. Who knows? And just really create this moment for yourself. Really dive into it, really nurture it, really experience it in your heart, really allow it to fully be experienced, fully be felt, and be there. Enjoy the time you're spending with yourself, just like you would with your best friend. You enjoy having a conversation with them, you enjoy talking to them, and you're genuinely having a good time. You can do that with yourself too. How strange it may sound, at least for me it used to sound very strange, like, okay, it's almost as if you're like some kind of loser if you are all alone by yourself going to the park. Like, no, people go here with friends. Like, the park is filled with people coming here together. But actually, once I really started looking, there is quite a few people here also alone, reading a book, or just walking their dogs, or just sitting in the grass, soaking up some sunlight. And nowadays I became to admire people who do that. I think it's strong, it's brave, it's powerful when you can just allow yourself to be alone and genuinely enjoy your time spent in solitude. And that doesn't always have to be in your own house. This is another point that I want to touch on. Being alone in your own house, it can sometimes be an excuse to stay in our comfort zone. Yes, in your own house you can be alone all day, every day, and feel quite good about it because you know it's your place, nobody's judging you, you can just be yourself, right? But taking yourself out to a public place alone is a totally different thing, because you might really feel judged by other people. And that's, I think, something that you can learn to cultivate, like taking yourself out to get a nice meal or grab a coffee or something. It's something that I used to never do. I thought it was silly, I thought it was stupid, I felt embarrassed. I felt embarrassed to do that. Like, look at me sitting here drinking my own coffee. But it's your own mind, your own judgment that causes you to feel like that. Because when you see someone sitting and drinking coffee by themselves, if you can feel that they're judging themselves for doing that, then you're like, oh, poor person sometimes. But if they're just genuinely taking the time for themselves to savor their hot drink and spend their time with their favorite book and really dive into it, really enjoy it, that's a fantastic thing to behold. I believe it's something that is inspiring even. So take some time for yourself, learn to nurture the relationship with yourself, and I guarantee you will feel so much less lonely, and you will actually enjoy being alone, just like I do now. It's great. I love it. I can sit here in the park, talk to you guys. After I finish the videos, I will just lay down on my blanket. I brought a blanket and a pillow, and I will just chill here and enjoy the sounds surrounding me and soak up some sunlight, and that's amazing. So take some time to nurture the relationship with yourself. You absolutely deserve it, and you will become a better person because of it. People will want to hang out with you more, and you will want to hang out with yourself more. You will start to feel excited about taking yourself out on a date sometimes, like I do now. And I never felt like this when I was younger. So there is a potential for improvement there. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about today. I hope you enjoyed me taking you to the park. I hope it was a moment for you to relax and to enjoy my stream of thought. And as always, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.